Genesis 8 verse 1. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and livestock. God shows his faithfulness and begins to end the flood. Genesis 8 verse 2. Now the springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed. The rain stops and the waters begin to recede. Genesis 8 verse 3. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the floodwaters decreased gradually after 5 months. Genesis 8 verse 4. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The ark settles on a mountain peak. Genesis 8 verse 5. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month. The tops of the mountains become visible. Genesis 8 verse 6. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark. Noah begins to check for signs of dry land. Genesis 8 verse 7. He sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth. The raven flies back and forth until the waters have dried up. Genesis 8 verse 8. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded. The dove is sent to find dry land, but finds none. Genesis 8 verse 9. But the dove could find nowhere to perch because there was water over all the surface of the earth. The dove returns to Noah. Genesis 8 verse 10. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. Noah patiently waits to see if the waters have receded further. Genesis 8 verse 11. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. The dove brings evidence of dry land. Genesis 8 verse 12. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again. But this time it did not return. The land is finally dry enough for the dove to stay. Genesis 8 verse 13. By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up. The earth becomes habitable again. Genesis 8 verse 14. By the 27th day of the second month, the earth was completely dry. The land is fully dry after the flood. Genesis 8 verse 15. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives." God commands Noah and his family to leave the ark. Genesis 8 verse 16. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you. All creatures are released to repopulate the earth. Genesis 8 verse 17. So they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number. God's blessing to repopulate the earth is given. Genesis 8 verse 18. So Noah came out together with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives. Noah and his family leave the ark safely. Genesis 8 verse 19. All the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground and all the birds, the animals spread out into the renewed world. Genesis 8 verse 20. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord. Noah's first act after the flood is worship, offering sacrifices to God. Genesis 8 verse 21. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans." God promises never to destroy the earth with a flood again. Genesis 8 verse 22. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, God establishes the natural order of seasons.